anticipatory bereavement. And you could just Google the Association for Pet Loss and Bereavement and get that schedule. I stopped running my support group. I was doing it through the Stanford Adult and Continuing Education just because of the pandemic. But I've been doing telephone, I guess you call them appointments, with people who have reached out to me during this time. But if you look online, and also in the APLB, there's in the, I don't know which tab it is, but it goes state by state with where to find support groups and where to find counselors that can help you navigate the whole grief process. And even though they may not be doing groups right now, which, you know, everything's kind of at a standstill, they may be able to reach out via telephone or Zoom or any kind of virtual chatting.
Yeah.
Which is great. Thank goodness this happened in a time where we have this technology.
Yeah, definitely.
Because I can't imagine, you know, being really cut off from humans without it.
So what else can you offer as far as, you know, suggestions or helpful tips, or I don't know if tips is a correct word, that may help somebody through this? Because, you know, of course we keep going back to it, the times we live in, but I think it makes it harder right now. It's a little harder than normal. So is there anything you can offer, you know, that may be a good suggestion to help people? I don't even know how to ask it, really.
No, I understand what you're saying. That, you know, and I've been saying this for a little while, is there are some good things that are coming out of the pandemic, as far as I think people are home with families more and kind of getting back to what's really important and getting back to basics. So I think if you're home, depending, like I said before, on your personality, if you are going to do yard work and you want to do some sort of memorial to your pet, now would be a perfect time to do it, because they say tons of people are planting gardens and flowers and trees and things like that. And that is healing. Music, writing songs, writing poetry. Now you have time to organize all your photos that have, you know, are on the cloud someplace on your phone. You could do a scrapbook or some sort of tribute to your pet with photographs. I'm not sure, this isn't the best time probably for people to volunteer, because I know volunteering and helping at shelters and things like that are very, very healing, just because we seem to heal when we're trying to help somebody else. But that's something I think once the pandemic is over, people could start doing again. But they can certainly donate to any kind of animal rescue organizations financially if they're able to. And if somebody's comfortable, if they're spending more time at home now with working from home and doing school from home, to foster a pet. And sometimes it's not to take the place of the one you lost, but to just kind of continue that legacy of love and to have it continue on with giving love to another pet that could use you, even in a foster situation, if you're not ready to go out and get another pet.
Yeah,
kind of like giving it a test run.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, because we're home.
Right. That's a very nice idea. And it would probably help, you know, because I know when we lost our one dog back in New York, and we had the hardwood floors back there, and we were so used to hearing the click, 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 click on the floor, you know, and then when she was gone, you know, and then when she was gone, you just realize all these things, you know, and having, you know, it was like, oh, we're not ready to get another pet, but then it was so hard to not have that, you know, you just get used to certain things, I think. And so fostering is a great idea, because you're helping not only that pet, but you're making room for another one that needs help too, plus helping yourself heal.
Yes. And I totally get what you're saying about, you know, the nails on the floor or the jingle of the collar. It's like that expression, the silence roars. When I lost one of my little girls last winter, I didn't realize how much a part of our everyday life was just the noises and that other heartbeat in the house until it was gone. We didn't hear her tags jingling. We didn't hear her nails on the floor. We didn't have to be home at a certain hour to do the feeding or the walking. And it affects your whole schedule. It affects how you live. It's not just emotionally, physically, as far as routines go. When you lose a pet, it really does affect you.
Yeah, and it's interesting that you just said the routine and the schedule, because I literally just read that today when I was reading some information.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that was one of the things they specifically mentioned, was that how you have a routine with your pet, and you're used to certain things, and then you're not, and that
Yeah.
really causes that sadness or whatever, grief.
And it does come in waves. One day you could just be driving down the street thinking everything's just fine, and it could just all of a sudden hit you out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Or, for instance, around here, this is the time of year when we renew our dog licenses. It's the month of June. And when my Tallulah's came in the mail, those emotions came all over again, that she's not here. And I have to tell them, I won't be renewing her dog license, or the automatic food delivery. Some people may have the monthly deliveries, things that we kind of take for granted that are always just there, that we have to now kind of change and accommodate for.
Yeah. Yeah. Jodi, can you take a minute and just let everybody know how they can, get in touch with you, or see some of your information, your webpage, or any Facebook page or something like that? Would you please tell everybody about that?
Sure. I'm very active on Facebook, and you can just search up Jodi Clark Lopez, and my business name, it's Pet Sitting Specialist. So you can Google either or, and it should bring you to my page. And I can also be reached by email at petsittingspecialist, and there's an S at the end, it's plural, at gmail.com.
Okay. Yeah, because you said you do appointments over the telephone. In case anybody is interested, they'll be able to reach out to you for that.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. And is there anything else that you can add? We're almost out of time, and I just wanted you to be able to add anything that I haven't asked about.
The main thing is to know that you're not alone, that your grief is normal, that you can go from being angry to guilty to sad in a matter of seconds, and that nothing is wrong with you because of that. That shows the deep love and connection you had with your pets. And try to surround yourself with supportive people and people who get it, people who appreciate and value relationships between humans and their pets, and to stay away from people who will say, oh, it's just a dog, it's just a cat, just go down and get a new one. Try to steer clear of those people, and surround yourself with as much support as you can.
Yeah, yeah. And I see that on Facebook, how people are so supportive, your Facebook friends, and that when you have lost a pet, I mean, it explodes almost, with support.
Yeah.
And that's really helpful right now.
It is. And like I said, there's no magic answer for grief. It's just these yucky feelings that we kind of have to navigate and get through. It's not even that we get over it, we get through it. And just that you're not alone, and your pet would want you to go on and love another or help another, or just spread that love to keep the legacy and that relationship alive as we go on without our pets.
Yeah. Well, Jodi, I'm really thankful to have you with us today. And I just wanted to repeat for everybody how they can reach out to you. And that would be your email at petsittingspecialists, and that's plural, at gmail.com. And This has been Jodi Clark Lopez. She's a pet bereavement counselor, and I thank you so much, Jodi, for being with us today.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. All right, everybody, it's time to say goodbye. And so I want you to remember that a lost pet can't tell anyone where it lives. So please be sure your pet is microchipped and wearing its ID tags. And if it is chipped, that chip is registered and up to date. Thanks for joining us today. And until next time, take care and keep your pets safe.